Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session on financial freedom, how to achieve financial freedom, and choosing when to retire. It's about a session. This session is about achieving financial freedom as early as possible in life, and then having the life of choice. Okay, so this is being conducted by Mr. Rajesh Jain. So I welcome Rajesh Jain to the session. Rajesh, let me say a few words about Rajesh. Rajesh started his career as a advocate in the High Court of Hyderabad. And then he moved to the corporate life, wherein he headed the finance department. And he was also the company secretary of companies like the Surana Group, the CK Birla Group, the Harman Group, etc. And then in 2018, he took up entrepreneurship. He is now the managing director of a company called the Wealth Tree Group. So Rajesh, by qualification, is a company secretary. Plus, he also has a management degree from IIM Kozhikode in finance. So welcome, Rajesh, and looking forward to having a great learning from this session.
Thank you, Suresh. Thanks for the intro. Good afternoon, everyone. So, are you all ready? Set to start this learning journey of financial freedom? Great to see the enthusiasm. So, before I start, let me ask you one question. What does financial freedom means to you all? When I say financial freedom, what does financial freedom means to you all? Because we are taking a session on financial freedom, so we should even know what financial. Okay, Bharti says no debt, early retirement. Nanda Kumar says savings in hand. Naresh Pendam says money freedom. Okay, nice way of putting Manish. Financial freedom converted into money freedom. When go to restaurant, no need to see price column. Nice way, yes. Means regular income without me requiring to work. Snehal can live life without working for money. Suresh says making choices and decisions without worrying about money. Suresh, you are sending it to my personal as a direct message. So please, yeah, to everyone. Sweet Son says no need to think twice before buying anything. Nikhil says control over finances, expenses, and no dependence on external factors. Brahmaji says making money work for us. He says money should come even when I'm not working. Sham Sundar says instead of me, money work for me. Okay. See, great. See, when you see for a simple thing, a simple word, there are so many opinions, so many definitions, and different, and the same thing mean differently for different people. For few, it is freedom from the debts. For few, it is early retirement. For few, it is like I need not work at all. And for few, it is like me not working, money working for me. Everything is right. And for me, let me say what is my definition of financial freedom. See, my definition of financial freedom is it's a situation. It's actually a freedom which is available to me to do whatever I want. I repeat, a freedom available to me to do whatever I want without worrying about earning money. But I need not work to earn money. It doesn't mean I will not work at all, but I need not work to earn money. First thing. And how can one feel that he is financially free? How can one feel he is financially free? Can you, when you will know that you are financially free? What would be the point when you can know that yes, now I am financially free? When you can tell to the world, oh, I am completely financially free. No worry for active income. Very rightly put. Planning for retirement is done. Okay, Bharati, live independently. DS. By the way, DS, you remind me of my first company's managing director, Mr. Devendra Surana, because we used to call him DS. You study Raja, debt free, live independently. Fine. Let me tell you when all set for passive income is. When the situation when your passive income means income which you earn without working for it. When your passive income is more than your total expenses, isn't it? My expenditure is 1 lakh per month, and my monthly passive income is more than a lakh. Isn't it a financial freedom? Isn't it a financial freedom? I need not worry whether I will get my salary or not. I need not worry whether I should work today or not. Monday, I get up, don't find a mood to go to my office. Okay, jane do, I don't want to go to. Isn't it that financial freedom called? Yes, it is something where you need not worry about your monthly expenses being met, and you can do whatever you want to do out of your own free will. There is no compulsion for you to earn money. In another way, there is no compulsion for you to earn money. Now, let me ask you another question. Just think why the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer, isn't it? You see people around you, the rich people keep on getting rich, and the poor, no matter how hard they work, they still stay poor. Or at times, things go worse. Like post Corona, if you see, the poor have become pathetic. Their lives have become pathetic. So just think why. Why is that the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer? And we middle class always stay in middle. That's it. Rich makes passive income sources while poor only rely on active income. I appreciate Girja Shankar. I'm seeing you are the first person to reply immediately, very fast. Bharti, yeah, Bharti Taude. Who depends on one income only? Kiran Kadambi, because rich doesn't just stick to savings and keep investing their money, they increase their income streams. Surendra Sharma says, when you have more than one source of income, all are right answers. Rich people make more money. Poor doesn't invest but spends all he gets. All are right answers. There's nothing wrong about it. But these are the actions which the rich people take and the poor fail to take. But what is it that drives behind that action? When you say the rich invest money and poor don't invest money, the action of investment, what it is driven by? From where is this whole thing driven? It is driven by the financial attitude. Attitude towards finance, the attitude towards money. In fact, to be precise, the relationship with money that we have determines our ability, determines our willingness, determines our commitment towards financial freedom. It is exactly how you look at money, not see everyone knows what see everyone knows कि saving क्या होता है investment क्या होता है सबको मालूम है. Does anyone has a problem if I just speak a bit in Hindi in between? A bit in Hindi. भाई मारवाड़ी हूँ कभी कभार हिंदी निकल आ जाता मातृभाषा है. Okay, thank you. So everyone knows that what is saving, what is investments. Everyone knows that boss, I need to put money into generating. I need to generate passive income. I need to have multiple sources of income. Every one of us knows, isn't it? But just by knowing it, does it make difference to our lives? No. What makes difference? The difference is made by the actions that you take. And what drives these actions? What actually drives these actions? The action is driven by एक दिमाग के अंदर जो चलता है ना उससे एक्शन ड्राइव होता है. सही या गलत? Do you agree or not? The actions are driven what we think here, not what we know here. What we think, how we deal with money, how we think about money is exactly drives the actions. And any knowledge without action is futile. It doesn't yield any result. I know 110 things, but that doesn't mean that will get me. See, I'm around 82 kgs. Please don't say outside. I'm 82 kgs. I've been targeting to reach to 70 for the last 2 years. 2 साल से कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. I know, yes, I should not eat much. I should control my diet. I know I should wake up every morning, do exercise. I know a lot of things, but still nothing has happened. कमर का 1 इंच भी कम नहीं हुआ. इनफैक्ट कोविड ने 2 इंच बढ़ा दिया. Because earlier I used to take sessions physically, I used to move a lot. Now, because of these virtual sessions, you guys have made me to stick to my chair now completely. उल्टा 2 इंच और बढ़ गया है. So just by knowing, is it making any difference to me? No. It is actually the actions, and the actions from where they are driven. They are driven from your attitude, from your belief, from your emotions. So let's check today what exactly the emotions that we are having. And before that, I hope we all know that this particular sessions are a 4-session series. It's actually a series of 4 sessions. I hope each one of you know. If any one of you don't know, please know now that this is a 4-session series which would be conducted on third Friday of every month. On third Friday of every month. And what would be covering today is basically the mindset towards money. We'll be trying to understand what is our relationship with money, how do we relate with money, and what are the money habits. Then session 2, I will be taking you through how can you responsibly plan your own finances, how can you do your own financial planning, so that ultimately you can plan your retirement age and ultimately design how you can achieve your financial freedom. Then session 3, what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at what are the various options that we have, what are the various investing options that we have, vis-a-vis what is my risk appetite, and how is my understanding towards various investment options. And I would be also guiding you what goal-based investing is all about. And finally, on session 4 would be how you can retire in peace, how you can retire with peace of mind. And what I would be doing is I would be taking 1 or 2 case studies based on, I would be giving you homework. So people whoever give the homeworks and submit to me the assignment, होमवर्क बहुत हल्का लगता है, छोटे बच्चों का काम लगता है. Assignment, yeah, assignment would be a very apt word. I'll be giving you the assignment. People who do their assignment, and the assignment is not about me. The assignment is about you and your money. Okay. So whoever do the assignment and submit their details to me, I would be creating a roadmap and I'll be showcasing it as a case study so that you and me can relate to each other and understand how can you plan your own finances well, ultimately to achieve your financial goal. So does this series excites you? And how many of you commit to attend all the 4 sessions? So if you are committing for 4 sessions, type 4. For 3, type 3. For 2, type 2. For only 1, type 1. And if anyone sees, ki boss, ye to waste of time, I'm dropping, please say I'm dropping. Thank you. I see most of them. DS 5th, sure, I will have a 5th session for you. Pakka. We will have a personal one-to-one session for you. So let's start. What does money mean to you? Boss, paisa hota kya hai? What is money to you? The moment you think about money, whatever comes to me, and please type into the chat window. What does money mean to you? When you think of money, kya aata hai dimag mein? Like for me, if someone asks what money mean to me, earlier, my definition of money used to be money is made by only greedy people. Or I would say money is a fodder for greedy people. Money is a medium to satisfy your basic needs, luxury, time, comfort, life at ease, reward, freedom, moral support. Very good. I need money to make more. Yes, money pulls money. Very good. So there are few questions which I would like you to ponder, basically to understand what is your money mindset. So let's understand how you relate with money. What are the things, both positive and negative? Both positive and negative. So whenever for every question, I want you to answer both the positive aspect that comes to your mind and the negative aspect that comes to you. Because see, every coin has 2 sides. So every emotion also has both positive and negative emotions. So when we say money, there will be a lot of positive emotions associated with money. There will be a lot of negative emotions associated with money. So whatever your positive or negative beliefs, emotions, I want you to state both. So these are the set of questions. I've posted all at a time. Okay. I want you all, if you have a notebook and a pen, please start writing it in your notebook and pen. Write like I would read one question, please write it in your notebook and then type it into the chat window. Or if you don't want to write, it's your wish. Right. First, what beliefs do you inherit from your parents in money matters? In money matters, what is the belief that you inherit from your parents in money matters? Like for me, I have inherited my father saying, "पैसा पेड़ पे नहीं उगता, बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है." Exactly, multiple times I have heard from him. Whenever I used to ask him for some money, I want to buy this or I want to buy. There used to be a standard reply. क्या था कि पैसा पेड़ पे नहीं उगता. That is, money doesn't bear on trees. Money doesn't bear on trees. You need to do hard work. That's the reason why my company's name is Wealth Tree. Because finally I said, yes, let me make a money tree. So this is the beliefs. Now what has happened is somewhere because of this inherent belief, which I've arrived from my parents. Think twice before you spend. The reason matters most. Money should be spent wisely. I'm from small village. They understand difference need, want need. Spend it carefully. Have some savings. If you all observe, if you all observe, all our beliefs which I have inherited, majority of them are all related to spending money. All are related to how and how not to spend money. But have we inherited any beliefs in terms of earning money? Have our parents taught us what we should do to earn money? Instead of just saying, yes, you need to hard work, you need to work hard, work hard, work hard. Boss, when donkeys work hard. Do not ever be greedy for earning it. Do not choose shortcut. Second question. What do you remember the most from your childhood in regards to money? What do you remember? What do you remember most from your childhood with regards to money? Go back to your childhood. Whenever money thinks, what is the best memory that you have? Shall I share my memory? What I remember the most from my childhood? The school which I used to study, a lot of people, students, all students were from middle class. Fortunately or unfortunately, I never realized that I am also from middle class. I used to feel, that I am from a very rich family. So whenever there used to be a picnic or any excursions or anything, there would be at least 3 to 4 friends of mine who would say, my parents are not giving money, so I'm not going to come. I always remember paying for at least 3 to 4 people for their picnic fees. Every time I used to pay. And do you know from where I used to get money? Any guesses from where I used to get that money? Any guess from where I used to get that money? DSA parents, part-time work, part-time, pocket money. अरे यार इतना भी शरीफ बच्चा नहीं हूँ यार, इतना भी मेहनती नहीं हूँ. I used to steal that money from my parents, from my father's pocket. I used to steal that, and that is what I remember the most of my childhood with regard to money. Okay, that's why pocket money. Okay, whose pocket doesn't matter. Nice way. Yeah. So for me, what does incident gives me? Okay, that whenever there is anyone needing money, no matter what, let me do whatever I can do to help them. Whether I have it or not, it doesn't matter. Let me look at the sources, and that is how driven me my life. Even today, when my friend asks me money, if I don't have in my bank account, I will ask someone else to transfer money to me, and I will give it to him. So this is how our childhood habits determine what we do with money even today. This is how they drive us. What is the first word that comes to your mind? Next question, third question. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word money? What is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word money? बड़ा मुश्किल से आता है, comfort, inflation, debts, save, good, efforts and smartness to earn it, invest, happiness. So I really like happiness, feel secure. See, for me, when it comes to word money, for me, it had always been money means helping. Like if I have money, I can help n number of people. That has what always been my thought about money. That paisa bole to helping others. That if I have money in my hand, it never meant freedom to me. Till the last few years, I consciously started working on me. When I started consciously working on me. Today, for me, when money comes, when I say about money, the first thing that comes to my mind is financial freedom. Money brings freedom to me, freedom to do whatever I want. Not one thing. Helping someone is just one thing. Feeling secure is just one thing. Okay. Investing is just one thing. Happiness is a part of it. Food is a part of it. But what if everything is available? What there is an abundance? that money brings to me, isn't it? So somewhere I trained my mind. I've started training my mind that the moment I speak about money, freedom, the word freedom comes to my mind. How important is money in your life? What do you feel that way? What do you think about money? How important is money in your life? What do you feel, and why do you feel that way? What makes you feel? There should be some reason that why you feel that money is that. How important is money in your life? Not similar to God, but not less than God. पैसा भगवान नहीं है, लेकिन भगवान से कम भी नहीं है. What else? And yes, why do you think so? Why do you think so that money is may not be God, but not less than God? What happened to others? Okay, Lakshmi, to live life of your choice, not dependent on others. Without money, we can't live. So money is very important to live. I can do anything I want. Money is above everything. How much ever we deny it. Even for basic needs, you need money. Okay. Next question. Think properly. Would you prefer the security of a job or a money-making opportunity in a business for the money? Would you prefer the security of a job or a money-making opportunity in a business for the money? Business, security of job, scared to take risk, job security, business, the later for sure. Was whoever is saying business, no, please ensure that your HR is looking at it. बस ये बंदा आगे जाके बिजनेस करने वाला है, बहुत जल्दी छोड़ने वाला है. I think business, Nand Kumar, job security. Now tell me, is there anything wrong in preferring job security or preferring to do business? Nothing. It's only determined by your attitude. What importance you give, whether you give importance to your security or you give importance to an opportunity of making more money by taking that additional risk. It is determined again by risk making taking appetite. How do you feel about financially privileged people? So whenever you think about Ambani's, Tata's, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, financially privileged people, don't think of Vijay Mallya, he's no more financially privileged. What do you think of them? Kiran says jealous. I appreciate your frankness, Kiran. Smartness, okay, you feel they are smarter than you. Sai Kiran. Girja Shankar, it is not about what do you think. I'm speaking about what do you feel. What do you feel for them? What kind of people they are? Or what is the feeling that you feel privileged to know them, or like how it is? Like how the word came jealous, that I feel jealous whenever I think about like Ambani. यार उसके पास तो इतना पैसा मेरे पास नहीं है. The question is about the feeling. What is the feeling you get when you think about someone who is very like when I see any financially privileged people, I basically see how powerful he is. That is what comes to my mind. कि यार इसके पास पैसा है तो obviously there will be a lot of power. Like there will be a lot of people surrounding him. Nothing abnormal. Always think about the good learnings you can take from them. And then reverse. Think how do you feel when you feel the financially deprived people on the roadside? When you see someone like you go to a roadside bandi, eat something and suddenly you don't complete it and throw that half-eaten thing on the road and you see someone coming and picking up some poor child coming, picking it up and eating it. When you see that, how many of you actually seen this? How many of you have experienced this? That you or your kids or someone, your brothers or someone has thrown it, and suddenly a poor kid comes, picks it up and he starts eating it. And how do you actually feel? How do you feel when you see that? Miserable feeling, very sad, very sad, helpless. I feel bad and give them whatever I can. Always respect and be grateful for what I have. Equally try to see if there is anything I can do to help them. Sometimes we think of offering them. How many of you, tell frankly, how many of you feel thank God in that moment that God, thank you. At least I'm not that deprived. How many of you in that moment really thank God? Thank God. Like when I've seen couple of times, no, I just take my kids there and tell them, "Ki dekh, see, you ate and you could throw. See how privileged you are, and see how they are. Thank God for it. Thanking God for it." Now, all these questions are just a few set of questions. So what I mean is, whatever you do with money, you spend money, you do anything with it, there is some element of emotion involved with money. I want you all to please get present to it. From today onwards, whenever you speak about money, when you spend money, when you do anything, try to see what is that underlying feeling goes in your mind. Try to get connected with your own emotions about money and get present to it. That whether there is any anxiety, whether there is any fear, whether there is a positive, what is negative feeling, whatever may be the feeling about money, please try to get present to it. Will you all do it? Start observing from today that whenever you deal with money, in whichever manner, try to keep consciously observe the emotions that are running through your mind. And also observe what are the various money habits that you have inherited from your childhood memories or from your childhood experience or from your parents. Start observing that what is your attitude towards money. Get present because the more you know yourself better in terms of money handling ability, in terms of your own attitude towards money, the better it would be to plan your own finances. So let's move to the next thing. The next thing is identifying what kind of personality you are. See, there are seven kind of money personalities. Seven. The first personality is stockpiler. Stockpiler means someone who keeps on piling money. His neither focus is on earning money, neither is focus on spending money. His primary focus is on saving. That whatever comes, first I should save. Whatever earn, he's neither very much enthusiastic towards earning very more, he's neither enthusiastic towards spending more. He's more of piling it up, stockpiler. First personality. Second, person who is spendthrift. Person who earns only to spend. Or he will first spend and then think from where to earn. Third kind of personality. The money maker. People whose life ambition is to only make money. No matter how much money they make, no matter how much money they have, their ambition towards earning more and more of money keeps on increasing, keep on going further. The money maker. The fourth type is indifferent. Indifferent means someone to him money makes no difference. Like people, like teachers. Teachers, their whole ambition is to teach. They get a lot of work satisfaction through teaching. For them, money is only an essential thing, but it doesn't have a very high impact in their lives. They're indifferent towards money. Then there is a fifth type called hippie. The hippie people care a damn about money. For them, money is the source of all evil. मेरे हाथ का मैल है पैसा. Money is source of all evil. It is something like untouchable. Boss, let me. They try to be like they try to show themselves as the monks, as a sadhuji kind of thing. Okay. As uh, they feel money is something like untouchable. The sixth guy, the gambler. Gambler people will take a lot of risk to earn money, and they will spend money like any damn thing. For them, money like they spend money like throwing water, flowing water. The seventh type is the worrier. Someone keeps on always worrying about money, no matter how much he earns, no matter whether he's able to meet expenditure, no matter how much he saves, still he keep on worrying about money. For him is like future is uncertain. I don't know what will happen in future, so I need to save money. I need to be concerned about money. I need to take care of money. Please repeat type 3. Okay, dears. Type 3 is money maker. Money maker means whose focus is only on making money. कमाओ पैसा कमाओ बनाओ पैसा बनाओ. He's neither interested in spending money, he's neither interested in saving money. For him, his whole life ambition is only to earn more and more money, more and more money. Like someone, My salary is now 20 lakhs. Next year it should be 30 lakhs. Next year it should be 40 lakhs. Thereafter 60 lakhs. So identify yourself which kind of personality you are. And the kind of personality you are, that will show what drives you. Whether earning money is driving you, or whether spending money is driving you, or whether saving money is driving you. What is driving you, basically? Kiran says type 1, DS. Okay, DS is stockpiler. I see a lot of stockpilers here. Basically, to understand what kind of personality you are, there's nothing. Only thing is, yes, every personality has got its own pro and con. Like stockpilers. Stockpilers, they'll keep on piling the stocks and their next generation. Like they are working for their kids. So, Sai, you are working for your kids, isn't it? How many kids you have, Sai Kiran? Sai Kiran, how many kids you have? I didn't ask you are married or not. I asked you whether you how many kids you have. You should have said zero, isn't it? So after you have identified, okay, yeah, Kiran, type one, yeah. So type one is basically you pile up stock, pile up the money, and they basically the future generation. It is a future generation who would spend three if he never worries about future. आज पैसा आया, आज खर्चा कर दिया. I don't have money handy, but I keep on investing. So which category I belong? Based from where do you invest money? Like if you don't have money handy, from where do you invest the money? SIP. So you are actually earning money from there. You are saving money, isn't it? You are saving money from what you are earnings. So it is not money handy means you don't have the immediately available money that you don't have liquid cash in your hand at any point of time, but you keep on saving money. Basically, you are saving for your future. Let's see what are the negative emotions. See, there are few negative emotions, and as I told you, please start observing about the emotions that are evoked in your mind when it comes to money. So let's see what are the negative emotions that drives you away from money, that keeps you away from money. The first emotion is anxiety. Anxiety about like the moment you go like any big expenditure comes, you become anxious. Like from where I'm going to manage, or some big money comes, like bonus ochindi, bonus आया है, इसका क्या करना है? Like when it comes to money, your anxiety levels increases. And what I should do, how I would manage, what I should do. Now this anxiety can be driven by anything. First thing is in your childhood you would might not handle that large amount of money, so now it becomes very anxious thing for you. Whatever may be the reason. So the anxiety, whether it becomes anxiety, then there is a fear about money. There are so many people who always like when it comes to saving, the first thing that comes to their mind here, keep boss, what if I lose money? Boss, you're investing to earn money, or why do you the first thing that comes to why is that first thing that comes to what if I lose money? And the moment they think about what if I lose money, tell me any person will he be able to take a minimum risk and invest into a huge returns making opportunity? No, that person will go and put his money everything into FD, isn't it? A person who's driven by fear about money, will he take risk? No, he will not. He will put entire money slash entire money into FDs. Third person, doubt. You will always doubt. You will have always doubt about money. When someone asks money, you will always have a doubt whether he will give me back or not. Any spending, am I overspending? When I'm buying thing, is this worth? Like he charged me 100 rupees. Is it available into the market at 100 or not? So even for 100 rupees spending, you will go and check everywhere and spend so much of time. You will have so much of doubt about money. Fourth people, guilt. Many people know they feel guilty about spending money, especially on themselves. Like they will go and ask 10 people what I should do, whether I should invest money here or not, whether I can buy this. I want to buy an iPhone. Should I go for buying an iPhone or not? They will go and ask their father, they will go and ask their mother. And like everyone, they will ask, and if any one person says, yeah, boss, it is very costly, why you want? They will get into guilt. Yeah, it's so expensive, waste of money, why should I do it? One person says it's a waste of money, they will go into guilt. Fifth person, self-neglect. People who feel that they are not meant to be rich. And yes, there are people. There are lots and lots of people who feel that they are not meant to be rich. हमारी जिंदगी तो ऐसी है. మా బతుకులు ఇంతే. How many times you have heard people saying this, that our lives are like this only. We are meant to be like this only. We are meant to be trodden only. We are meant to be downtrodden only. The people will have a very low self-esteem. Tomorrow, if suddenly you go and say, I will pay you, someone is drawing 5,000. If you suddenly say, instead of 5, I will pay you 10,000, you will not believe you will doubt, do I really worth this 10,000? You will say, no, 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 sir, no. So these are few emotions, negative emotions, which prevent a person from becoming prosperous. Now, what you need to look at is what emotion of yours is stopping you from becoming prosperous. Are you anxious about money? Are you fearful about money? Are you doubtful? Are you get into guilt mode even for doing anything, like even for spending money? Or you feel you don't deserve, really deserve, like you have a desire. You have a desire to be rich, but somewhere deep in your heart you feel you don't deserve to be rich. What it is? Please get present. Please get. Anyone would like to share any of his negative emotion about money? Does anyone want to share? So now, when we have seen what is a mindset and how the mindset of money needs to be read and how it impacts, let's see what are the various aspects of money. So, three aspects of money: earning money, spending money, and managing money. Isn't it? These are the three aspects of money. पैसा आएगा किधर से, जाएगा किधर है, और जो रहा है, बचा है, उसका करना क्या है. Isn't it? These are the three aspects of money. Now, how do you manage these three aspects of money? So, first thing, when it comes to earning money, determine yourself. Are you a person who believe in hard work? That boss, if you want to earn money, you need to really slog. You really work hard. And for you, everything, like if you need extra money, it means I need to put extra effort. Is that, or are you a person who believe in smart work? That by making less effort, how I can earn more in legal way, not illegal way. In legal way, how can I do a smart work? That is, by putting less efforts, how I can earn more. So when you need more money, what do you think in terms of earning? How do you think about earning? Whether you should put more hard work, or whether you feel that by putting less efforts, how I can generate more money. Or third, people are not ready to slog and they can do any damn thing to get money very easily. Like people who go for betting, people who want to go and to get into stock market for that quick money. So people who do 110 things for quick money. Smart work, smart work, smart work. The people who are saying smart work, I'm not doubting them. But what I want to you all to do is start observing really, are you working smart or are you working hard? Start observing it. So keep now, when you say smart work, now how can you determine your smart work? Just see what are the different types of incomes that you are getting. What are the various sources of incomes that you have? Whether you are dependent only on salary income. If you are only on salary income, then I would not say, I would say it is a hard work, not smart work. But if you have other sources of income in addition to salary income, like rental income, or you're doing some side business, any business it can be, any side business you're doing, or you have already saved money so much that you're getting good interest income, or miscellaneous income, like add up, you are doing some freelancing jobs to get some income. And I'm not speaking about easy money at all. I'm not speaking about illegal money at all. I'm speaking about people who are saying that yes, I'm a smart work. Smart work people tend to focus on more than two sources of money. Not two. I say more than two sources. The smart people will always have more than two sources of money, multiple sources of earning money. Nice, Kiran. Salary, rental, and freelance. Very good. Appreciate it. Salary and rental income, business and job difference. What is the difference between business and job? Okay, I thought it is obvious, but difference between business and job. Business, whatever you are earning, out of after paying all the expenditure, the balance profit is left over for you, isn't it? You earn profits. by doing business. But when it comes to job, no matter how much you earn, your income is fixed. You have a fixed level of income. So in job, there is a job security. There is an element of security that no matter whether you earn less or more, you will be getting this fixed amount of money. So since you get this fixed amount of money, you know how, where and how much to spend. In business, there is no fixed amount of money. It is all about how much you earn. The more you earn, the more your profit would be. So the more efforts you put, more money you earn, better your profits would be and better your income would be, and then you can spend as you want. So this is the whole difference. Is it clear, Nikhil? The business and job difference? Private employee, can you give an example? Private employee was private employee when you are already doing a job, okay, and on the side, still you can start. I know few people who are private employees, but in the side they have got the chit business. They run a chit fund business. I know another private employee who is an HR guy into a company. At the same time, on the weekends, he has his own small printing. He takes printing works and he has got a small printing. So on the weekends, he go and manages his printing shop, takes order, and then he has had a person to take care of it. And so this is where even private employees can do businesses. So businesses can always be run side by side. I have another friend of mine who had got an eatery. He had got a food court. In the morning, he does a job. Evening, his food court's open. So he has already got few staff managing it. In the evening, he goes for 3 to 4 hours to manage the food court. This is where your business income generates. Am I clear now? Then comes spending money. Kharcha, kharcha, kharcha. Do I need to explain how you spend money? One, miser. You will think 110 times before spending a single rupee. Spending a single rupee, 110 times you will think, and he will always find a reason why I should not spend money rather than actually spending the money. Second, need based. People who look value for money. भाई जरूरत है तो 100 रुपए खर्चूंगा, नहीं जरूरत है तो 1 रुपए नहीं खर्चूंगा. They are need based, much more balanced. Third are impulsive. For them, spending money excites. They give a lot of excitement. They only want to spend money, spend money, spend money. That's it. They just need a reason for spending money. And there is a misconception. There is a myth. Many people feel ladies are impulsive shoppers. How many of you feel that? Only ladies are impulsive shoppers. Frankly speaking, majority of men are impulsive shoppers. How many of you agree? What do you say? Men are more impulsive shopper or women are impulsive shopper? In my case, I am not. My wife. Okay, yes. Women. Most ads target women, adding more temptation. In my case, I'm lucky. So men are. Women greater than men. Please repeat miser. Miser means someone who will think 110 times before he spends money. Someone who will try to find a reason not to spend money rather than spending money. Like how? Yeah, कंजूस. But कंजूस कैसे होता है? Someone who will always find reasons not to spend money, either for himself or for others, no matter what. No matter what. He's not selfish. I will not call selfish. That someone who only spends for himself and not for others. Someone who will not spend for any person, anything. So when it comes to spending money, nice, Kiran. Someone who looks at chicken and eats plain rice. Okay. So when it comes to spending, there is some already known gyan to you. I don't think I'm telling you the new thing. But how many of you really look at where your money is going and how much you are spending for what? How many of you are really looking at where your money is going and how much you are spending for what? Because there's a thumb rule for spending. And what is the thumb rule for spending is, first, create your saving budget before you spend. So create a saving budget. So how much you should save? How many of you have a fixed percentage that if I'm earning 1 lakh, X percentage I have to save? And what is that percentage? What is the percentage of income you feel you should save? What is the percentage of income? 33%, 20%, 30%, 50-50. depends on expenditure. Home loan DS, I'm coming to that category. 80% if possible, boss. Dhanyo. 10%, 30%. See, first thing, people who says dependent on expenditure, only 1% say dependent on expenditure, but people who say depending on expenditure, first thing, saving should never depend on expenditure. Your expenditure should depend on saving. So before you spend, you should have your savings budget ready. 20% is a bare minimum. 20% is a bare minimum that you should target to save. And anything over and above 20% that you can save is really a good thing that you are doing. But over saving should not be at the cost of underspending today. Like you should not become completely miser and start saving much. Okay. So over saving also should not happen. At the same time, there should not be under saving. Now, once you have done for your savings, then you should meet your needs like your basic housing, transport, something which you cannot avoid. You need to pay your house rent, everything you need to avoid. You cannot avoid. There you should not compromise. What you should curtail is your wants. So whatever your balance budget, only that amount should go for your wants, like weekend dining, your weekend movies, your Netflix subscriptions. All these things are wants. They are no more. They are not needs. Now people who say, "What if I have an EMI?" Isn't it? What if I am EMI? Like I'm having a home loan EMI. So my home loan is like a saving because I'm creating an asset, isn't it? I'm creating an asset. I'm having a home loan. So isn't it a saving? So should I save more? How many of you think that if I'm having a home loan EMI, that is actually a saving, so I should need not save? How many of you feel? Right loan for asset, home loan saving 89. No EMI is expenditure. Because if you have EMIs, still 20% should go for your savings. Home loan cannot be categorized as your savings. Home loan cannot be categorized as your savings. That is a substitution of your rent. Instead of paying rents, you're substituting it with an EMI. That is how you should always pursue. Yes, you may be creating an asset, but the asset has an inherent cost involved, which is there for a long term, very highly long term. LIC is a savings. Home loan plus RD. Home loan is not a saving, Nanda, but RD is a saving. Your LIC is saving. Girja Shankar, like your EMI is going to make real estate income source in future. First thing, if it is your home loan EMI, the home in which you are residing, it is not your source of income for future. You are going to stay in that home, isn't it? But yes, if you are buying a commercial property, say you have taken a loan and you're buying a commercial property, then I would categorize it as an investment. Because commercial property is actually a financial asset. Your home loan is not a financial asset. There is no financial asset that is being created. What is a financial asset, by the way? What is a financial asset? How many of you know the definition of a financial asset? Home is an asset, it's a physical asset. But what is a financial asset? Do you know what is a financial asset? If any one of you don't know, please say yes. Yes, Brahmaji, right. Which gives recurring income, which gives income. Any asset which generates money for you, any asset that generates income for you is a financial asset. A simple example is commercial property and house property. House property, you are staying in it. Is it generating any income for you? No, it is only a physical asset. But when you are taking a commercial property, you will be getting rental in rent every month, isn't it? It's a financial asset. That's actually to extending a possibility. What if home is having an extra room for renting? Isn't it? You can, nothing stops you. It becomes, yes, you are somewhere, you are reducing your liability. In fact, you are not creating an income source, you are reducing your liability. I would look at that. That somewhere you are reducing your liability of EMI by renting it out one room as a PG. Okay, fine. Yeah. So once you are done with your this thing, now you may be saying, Rajesh, you said that I need to track my this thing. Now, how should I track? Isn't it? How should I track? Now, there is an Excel sheet that we will be sharing it with you. And this Excel sheet would be used throughout the 4 sessions for understanding. So the Excel sheet, if you see, what I want you to get is Write down your name, age, annual income. These are people. My world means people whom you are financially responsible. Your spouse, your son, daughter, your retired father or father-in-law, because there may be nowadays even father-in-law is also there with few people. Your father or father-in-law, mother or mother-in-law, your siblings, whether you have any dependent sibling. So get present to who are the people who are dependent, like how many people you are responsible for. Then you can actually make out your aspirations. What is your personal goal, financial goal, professional goal, social goal? That's your wish. What I want you to do is fill in two sheets to start with. Balance sheet, income and expenditure. So I would first explain you income and expenses. Now here, income and expenses, what you need to do is write down all the income sources that you are having as on date. Your salary, your variable pay, your annual bonus, your rental income, your business income, interest if you are receiving, any pension income, and if your spouse is also earning, your spouse income, all put together per month and per annum. And then write down all your essential expenditure, household expenses, rent, groceries, kids' school fee, your term insurance premium. Remember, your term insurance premium is an essential expenditure. It is not a saving. It is not an investment. It is your essential expenditure. Term insurance premium, your medical insurance premium, your vehicle insurance, your regular medication, all these things, write down. Then your EMIs. I'll be sharing the Excel sheet with you. You can share it with all. Home loan, your car loan, your personal loan, then your lifestyle expenditures. What is the expenditures that you have? And then your savings, all your savings, your monthly SIP mutual fund, insurance, fixed assets, recurring deposits, all these savings. So what will happen is then you will get present to that how much amount is being spent where. So this sheet can be used for two purposes. First, for budgeting, second for tracking. You need to use this for both budgeting as well as tracking. What you're budgeting and whether you're actually spending as per your budget or not. And then balance sheet. You see that businesses make their balance sheet. I feel even persons should also make your own balance sheet. So you should make your personal balance sheet once in every year. After 31st March, March is approaching. After 31st March, the first week of April, you should sit down and prepare that year's balance sheet of yours. And what the balance sheet would look like is, balance sheet is, see, income and expenditure is what you are earning on day-to-day basis, monthly. How much you are earning, how much you are spending, how much you are saving. Now, what you are saving gets collated, isn't it? Gets collated into an asset. But if you're not able to save and you're spending more, where you will get this money? You'll get this money from loans, isn't it? So loans are liabilities. Asset is something which you own. जो तुम्हारा है. Something that you own is your asset. Something that you owe, O-W-E, something that you owe, something that you need to pay to others is your liability. Like your home loan. Your home is an asset, but your home loan is a liability. You have taken a 50 lakhs loan for buying a 60 lakhs home. That means you have created an asset of 60 lakhs and you have created a liability of 50 lakhs. And what is your net asset? Your net asset is only 10 lakhs. And but people feel that, यार मैं 60 लाख के घर का मालिक हूँ. नहीं. कितने का मालिक है? सिर्फ 10 लाख का. क्योंकि 50 लाख बैंक का है. So you are owning from your. So it actually gives you a reality check. It actually gives you a reality check. Then vehicle loan. Now when it comes to vehicle, there are two things. Vehicle loan has to be mentioned here. At the same time, your vehicle's depreciated market value. That what if I'm going and selling this income today, this vehicle today, how much I would be earning? मेरे को कितना मिलेगा? So personal loan. So this is how you need to create your personal balance sheet. So this is where you will be able to analyze your income and your expenditure and evaluate the current financial situation. Is it clear? And once you have evaluated your income and expenditure, then comes how you manage your money. How you manage your money. So when it comes to managing money, determine what kind of person you are. When it comes to managing money. So managing money includes both your saving as well as investing. Managing money includes somewhat saving as well as investing. Saving, how to protect my money. Investing, how I should earn more money. Surendra, credit card outstanding is every month. What I'm saying is on 31st March, whatever is the credit card outstanding, you put there as on 31st March. So that is because balance sheet is done once a year or once in 6 months also you can do. So whenever you are preparing your balance sheet, that particular point of time, whatever is your credit card outstanding, you have to mention that. Am I clear, Surendra? Your income and expenditure is monthly. No, not add outstanding of all months. Like if you are making for 31st March statement, whatever you're due to pay in April will become your outstanding. That's it. That is one way. Another way, which I use it, another way is take out your 12 months credit card statements, see all the outstandings, add it up and divide by 12. That is average. Average of all the 12 months would become your average credit card outstanding. Any ideal savings to investments ratio? We will deal it, Gangadhar, in future sessions. What should be the savings to investments ratio, or what should be savings and investments? I think we'll be dealing in the next sessions. So managing money. So when you're managing money, tell me, are you a person who is more worried about what will happen to my money? Someone who is very worried about what will happen to my money. भाई मेरा पैसा डूब गया तो what if I lose all my money? What if someone betrays me? If you are worried, someone has unmuted himself. It is creating disturbance. Second is someone who is very conscious about managing his money. Someone who is very keen, is aware of consciousness means something which you take a well-informed decision. A conscious person, what he does, he takes a well-informed decision. Someone who knows what is his risk appetite, someone who knows what is the purpose of investing that money. Okay. Now, Gangadhar, you were asking about saving and investment. Okay. Now, if I need to buy a house, if I need to buy a house, I'm very sure that in next 1 year, I'm going to buy a house. And today I already have a 10 lakhs rupees, 10 lakh rupees, I have 10 lakhs rupees for my down payment, which I know I would be required in any time in next 10, in 1 year. Okay. Should I save that money or should I invest that money to generate higher return? What I should do? I should actually save that money. The word saving means protecting that money. Because next 1 year, if I know very urgently it is required, I should save that money. Can we consider PF amount is saving? No, Girja Shankar, PF amount is part of your investment. It's part of your investment only. It is part of your low return investment because PF gives you somewhere around 7 to 7.5% interest rate, which is again tax free. When you say returns, you should always see after tax, net of taxes, what is your return. So if I'm getting a 10% return at 30% tax bracket, it becomes 7%. And if I'm getting a tax free return of 7.5%, so this 7.5% is much better than this 10% return, isn't it? So you should always compare the returns net of taxes. So conscious, after conscious, the third personality is greedy. Someone who is very greedy about earning more and more money. Someone who is, they say I'm taking risk. I'm very aggressive. I take a lot of risk, but no, they're actually not taking a lot of risk. They're actually gambling. People who try to trade into futures and options. Futures and options are driven by greed. They are not investments. Futures and options are actually driven by greed. Naresh, when you put yourself conscious, one thing has to be considered that how much efforts you are putting, to understand where and how you can invest. How much efforts you are putting to make yourself financially literate about various asset classes that are available. That would make you a much more better conscious person. I'm not saying that you are not conscious, but I'm saying that makes a person a better conscious person because consciousness means what? Taking an informed decision. And when you can take an informed decision, when you educate yourself about every factors related to investment, isn't it? So when it comes to managing money, these are 5 money building habits. What are those 5 money building habits? And why I'm speaking about habit set? Because we have been speaking about money mindset today. Okay. And as I told you, first thing, who is a smart worker? Someone who has more than two sources of income. So don't restrict yourself to two. One is a crime. I would say, I don't hesitate saying, one source of income, that is only my salary income, is a crime. Two is good, but more than two is really the best option. Second, accumulate assets and not liabilities. Look for accumulating assets and not liabilities. Like when you are spending money, look at for what your purpose you are spending money. Is the money that you are spending is acquiring an asset? If I'm buying an iPhone worth 1 lakh, I'm actually spending. I'm not acquiring anything. But if I'm putting that 1 lakh into mutual funds, I'm accumulating a financial asset. Spend after you have saved minimum 20%. As I told you, saving should be first. It should be first saving, and whatever is the balance should be spent. And fourth, invest in financial assets so that inflation doesn't affect your savings. I already told you what a financial asset is. What a financial asset is, not physical asset. Like gold is not a financial asset. Gold is a physical asset. House, house is a physical asset. Your real estate plot, that's a physical asset. It is not a financial asset. In real estate, only your commercial property is a financial asset. Gold coin is a physical asset. It is not a financial asset. Gold actually don't give you a return better than inflation. Gold is actually a hedge against inflation. So whatever is inflation, no, over the period of 10 years, if you see, gold will on an average give you a return equal to inflation. It will not give much better return than inflation. Only temporary, like during pandemic, suddenly you saw gold going by 30-40%, but only there is a drop by another 30% again. Okay. Stay invested as long as possible to leverage power of compound. So patience is the key. In terms of investing, patience is the key. How you should invest and all, we will be taking care in the next further sessions. So what we'll be learning in the next few further sessions would be defining your financial goal, but how you would be defining your financial goal, what is saving and what is investment, trying to determine what is your risk appetite. Then we will be, yeah, Prashant, I will surely repeat what is a financial asset. I already explained, but I will again repeat what is a financial asset. Point number one, okay, I will come out with these questions and opinions. So what we'll be dealing with understanding your risk appetite. Then I would be focusing from third and fourth session. I will be focusing more on understanding the asset classes. That what gold is, what real estate is, what mutual funds are, what investing into stock market is. That I would be focusing on last two sessions. And then with that understanding, how can you choose the right mix of various investment options for you? Because it is said, no, never put all your eggs into one basket. When it is said that never put all your eggs into one basket, it doesn't just go for savings, it also holds good for earning. So someone said, no matter what, 80% of the people cannot achieve point number one. And I do agree with it. Not 80%, in fact, more than 80% of the people don't achieve point number one. The reason is not because they cannot achieve. The reason is they don't intend to achieve. That's why people stay the way they are financially. I told you it is your financial attitude and not your financial knowledge that will make you rich. Am I clear? It is your financial attitude and not your financial knowledge. Many people say by being financially literate you can become rich. No. By having a right financial attitude, only then you can. Now you tell me, when people say it is not that easy to develop more than one source of income. Simple. Every month, out of what I'm earning, if I'm continuously doing an SIP, isn't it developing a second source of income? Isn't it as developing a second source of income? I'm earning money. I'm earning 1 lakh rupee every month. Out of that, I'm ensuring that 20,000. I'm earning 1 lakh per month. Out of that, I'm ensuring that 20,000 rupees goes as an SIP into mutual fund, isn't it? I'm developing a second source of income. SIP will become not just asset, it also becomes a source of income. There's a dividend income that comes with SIP. Your SIP value always appreciates. You can go for an STP for withdrawing money. See, money in mutual funds increases every month, every day. Okay. It not increases, I would say it changes every month. It is up to your option whether you want to draw it on monthly basis or you want to keep on accumulating it. Simple. You have given, Gangadhar, you have given me 1 lakh as a loan. I will tell you how it is not just an asset, it is also a source of income. 1 lakh you have given me as a loan. Now, you have extended the loan at the rate of 10% interest. For the sake of convenience, I'm saying I'm not asking you at 10% interest, at 10% interest. So at the end of the year, you have two options. One, you can take this 10,000. You can take this 10,000 as an interest and enjoy it. Second option, second option. Instead of taking interest, you can tell boss, don't want you to pay interest, keep that interest, and next year add that interest also to the principal. So first year I would be paying you 10,000. Second year I would be paying you how much? 11,000. Because 1 lakh plus 10,000, even 10,000 got added. It becomes 1.1 lakh. On this 1.1 lakh, I would be paying you interest of 11,000. Third year, it becomes 1.21 lakh. So on 1.2 lakh, 21 lakhs, I would be paying you the interest. Yes, power of compounding. So in mutual funds also, whenever you invest, you have two options: dividend, growth. You can seek dividend, which is paid either monthly, half yearly, or annually. So that becomes a source of income. Or you can delay this. You can delay the receipt of source of income by going for a growth option. That is, the dividend that is declared gets reinvested. That is growth option. Got it? So now you understood how investing in mutual fund is not just creating an asset, is also a source of income. And third, how can you focus on developing your third source of income is start becoming a freelancer or developing some skill set which you can start working part time. Brahmaji, dividend option is for people who need regular income, like people who are retired. They need for their monthly income, they need dividend. They need a regular income. For them, dividend option is better. But for people like you and me, for us, we are already earning, our salaries are taking care of our monthly expenditure. Growth option is always better. And how can I create my third option? Third source of income is I can go and buy a commercial property. If I'm buying a commercial property, my third source of income, that is rental income, has started. Or I can go and become a freelancer during the weekends, during after my office hours. I can start taking some part-time assignments and I can do that. Isn't it? Today, there are sites like freelancer.com where you can go and from across the globe, you can get a lot of freelancing works. Even government has also now in the recent budget has recognized people as gig workers because the current generation there are a lot of freelancing workers who are coming up. So generating multiple source of income is all dependent on your attitude and your actions, and it is not a very difficult task. So finally, what is the whole objective is make money work for you. Why? Because it neither sleeps, neither tires, neither money work goes on vacation. So look at various options how you can make money work for you so that ultimately you become financially free. So the whole mindset that you should start developing is how can I become financially free by creating my alternate sources of income for my future. And this is what the ultimate objective of today's session was. The whole session today was to drive this idea home that please focus on creating the mindset of getting financially free. I also request you all to please click on the Facebook link of Ethica Work Life Solutions for posting the reviews for today's session. Kindly go there. It will not take you more than 2 minutes. Please post your review on how you like or dislike. Please be open. If you like today's session, please say. If you don't like today's session, please say you didn't like. Whatever it is, open free. Please come and give your feedback.
Yep. Firstly, thanks, Rajesh. Thank you for the session. I think it was very insightful and informative. Okay, with respect to the recording, yeah. With respect to the recording, this particular session, at this point, we are unable to share the recording, but then we are always available on the WhatsApp group to clear your queries. Rajesh himself is available. You can ask personal counseling also from him. You can seek personal guidance. And the other part is he's also going to share a lot of tools that you can use. You can download and use from WhatsApp and put whatever is being taught here into practice. Even in that case, he'll be helping, in using the tools effectively. So recording, at this point, we are unable to share because we, due to certain constraints. But otherwise, please feel free to join the WhatsApp group and take advantage of the learnings from there and take advantage of Rajesh's knowledge and his guidance available through the WhatsApp group. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Suresh, there are a few questions in the chat.
Okay, sure.
Is buying private health insurance other than the company provided one worth any experience? Which one is good? Brahmaji, yes, I would suggest mandatorily please go for your own personal health insurance, at least for minimum 5 lakhs. See, there is two things. Why you should take a personal health insurance is tomorrow you may leave this company, you may leave uncovered, you may be left uncovered medically. When you go at that point of for a fresh medical insurance, there are a lot of waiting periods. 1 year, 2 years, 4 years waiting periods. There are a lot of waiting periods that are there. So when these waiting periods are there, what happens is you may lose on your coverages. So having a personal health insurance is always advisable. If you don't want to go for a complete personal health insurance, what you can go for is you can go for a top-up policy. Let's say, for example, your company is providing a 5 lakhs policy, go for a top-up of another 15 or 20 lakhs. This top-up would be very cheaply available. And which company is good? You can go to any standalone health insurance company. Star Health is good. HDFC Ergo. Earlier it was Apollo Mini. HDFC Ergo is good. So any private insurance companies, most of them are now providing very good service. And you can also approach Team Ethica as in the other personal window. We can guide you in terms of that health insurance. These personal financial advisors are chargeable. Gangadhar, as of now, the small simple queries that I keep on getting on WhatsApp, I'm not charged till date. But if you are willing to pay any charges, it's always welcome. I will not refuse if you are paying any charges.
Yeah. Rajesh, I think there's one more question. Can you share some software like Tally for personal finance management by Shubham?
Yeah. There is not a complete software kind of thing, but there are a lot of apps that help you in tracking your expenditures that I will be sharing in the WhatsApp group. There is a very recent post of mine into LinkedIn. I would be sharing that post link into the WhatsApp. There are few softwares where you can manage your personal expenses.
So my name is Shubham. So I just asked you the question about is there any other software regarding personal finance management, right? So there are multiple applications where you can manage your expenditure, where you can keep a track. Yes, this is my expenses, like Walnut or Money Manager or something like that. But the software like that, where you can actually see a total of how much salary you have earned, how much dividend you have earned, what is your investment, at what date you have invested. You can actually keep a track of everything in this particular order, and it's quite convenient to do that, right? But software like Tally is mostly only for, we would say, current accounts, like businesses or something, and not for personal finances. Mostly not for personal finance, right?
Yeah, Tally is for business, not for personal finance, and Tally is also not an automated where it will pull in the data automatically from your bank accounts or anything.
Correct. We have to do it manually. I have to do it manually, but it's kind of hectic job. and of course it is not available on all the laptops, the cracked version or something, and not feasible to pay approximately 10,000 for the license as well.
Yeah.
So any other software which would be more feasible just for personal finance management for an individual, where you can keep a track like instead of Excel sheet?
For holistic purpose, as of now, only Excel is available. That is to my knowledge. But if any such software comes to my knowledge, I would show you, because till date no one has created a holistic. Most of the applications are only limited to managing your incomes and expenditure, are basically primarily targeted towards analyzing your expenditure.
Those can be pretty much done with Excel as well.
Yes, so it is always better. Excel is the best tool as of.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi Rajesh.
Yeah.
I just want to add one point here, because there have been a lot of queries on this, which was about this being chargeable or not chargeable to Brahma, Gangadhar, and everybody else who has this question. This platform is primarily made to help you, or should I say, to guide you, consult you, and advise you on your financial journey. So that's the purpose of this platform. And the WhatsApp group also is a step forward to it. So between the workshops, if you have any challenges executing the advice or strategies discussed by our expert Rajesh, you can always reach out on that WhatsApp group. So the consultation part, the advice part, or the guidance part is free for you. There's nothing chargeable right now. But in case where you require a physical service or something from Rajesh, that can be discussed between you. But on the platform for which we are all here is the guidance and consultation. That's all free for you, whether it's group or one-to-one. Am I right in that, Rajesh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can PF amount be withdrawn to buy a house for initial payment like 10 lakhs and to go for bank loan for the rest amount? Nanda, there are two things. One thing is your PF is primarily meant for your retirement. The objective of Provident Fund is for your retirement. That is a primary objective. But yes, if you say, can I withdraw the money? Yes, the money can be withdrawn. Is it financially prudent? Two things. From PF, when you're withdrawing your money, you're losing a investment where you will be earning around 7 to 7.5% tax-free income. On the contrary, if you are taking a home loan, currently home loan is also available at 7 to 7.5% interest rate. In fact, less than. Currently it is available at 6.75% or 7% interest rate, and you will be getting tax benefit on that interest as well. So unless you don't have any other option for your down payment, if PF is the only option, then you can go for it. But if PF is not the only option, you have got alternate options. Please look for these were the alternate.
Rajesh, I think Girja Shankar has been asking this question again and again. Business and real estate needs starting investment, which is huge. Then how can we achieve it? I think I saw it earlier also in the chart.
Business and is cryptocurrency legal as financial asset? Cryptocurrency is still not legal. There's a lot of legal issues going on. First thing. Second thing is, I don't feel cryptocurrency is a financial asset because there is nothing underlying available. It is only a codes that are generated through computers, which just consume a lot of energy and everything. But there is nothing underlying there. Like if you are buying a share, you are buying a ownership in a company. If you are buying a mutual fund, there's an underlying asset. If you are buying a debt fund, there are certain underlying asset. That is, that piece of paper or the piece of credit which is coming to you has got some actual asset backing. When it comes to cryptocurrency, there is no actual asset back. First thing. Okay. So that is a clear thing. Now, Girja Shankar, business and real estate needs starting investment, which is huge. Now, first thing is, all these things need starting investment, which is huge. Huge is a very relative term. You can start businesses even with 1 lakh investments, and there are businesses which require multi-crores investment. So it all depends on what kind of business you are going to start. Even real estate, there are plots available at 4 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees, and there are plots available at crores of worth of rupees. And any investment that you are doing for this purpose is actually a redeploying of your existing asset. Like say, for example, if you have to start a business, you are planning to start a business. What you will be doing? First, you will start saving money. You'll develop a corpus fund, and then you will be redeploying this corpus fund for that purpose. Now, yes, the question is whether it is going to be much more riskier than what I have invested. Yes, it would be. There is an inherent element of risk that is available. Only thing is, risk has to be calculated and well-informed risk. Like when you are starting business, you have to do your own due diligence before doing a business. It should not be an emotional decision.
Okay. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you. And thanks to everyone for participating in the chat and attending the session. Looking forward to seeing you in the next sessions as well. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.